Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to talk about ways of learning quickly, and they might not line up with exactly what you are thinking about. So, we'll be talking about those, and also we'll be talking about Storm Bart, which is a storm that's just arrived in the UK. I looked out the window this morning. It's really cold. Lots of snow on the ground. So everywhere is looking kind of white and Christmassy. I do have to go out though to get some shopping, so I'll be walking in the snow later. And I may do a little podcast for you while I'm there. But before we do that, I want to give you some tips about learning better. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that I go to university as a student now, as well as teach. And getting into that habit of studying, looking at deadlines, wow, that came as a bit of a shock after not doing that for some years. Having said that, though, it's probably easier for me than some people because I work in education. Now, one of the things I've been studying quite heavily is Scottish Gaelic. Even though I speak bits of it, I've never studied it formally, and I thought it would be a nice idea. Of course, for me, the key in learning at any point is always finding other people to practice with. If you don't practice with people, you don't learn. And that is a very basic concept. You can spend hours, days, months, years with books, but you go to try to use that information, it's not going to happen for you. And the reason why it's like that is because learning to speak is something very, very different from learning a language. You want an example of that? Think of a little boy. He's only 3 years old. Can he read or write? No. So what does he do? He listens to you and he copies you. That's his way of learning. That's how he gets his accent. And it's later that his universe becomes more solid. And that's what you have to do as well. You need to take a step back and become a little bit more open to the idea of learning without putting your nose in a book. Now, let me just give you some ideas on that. So basically, for me, I know that I have a Gaelic exam next Friday, and of course, like all of you, the voice inside my head says, you know what, you haven't done enough, you're going to fail this, die, kill, learn. This is the way that we all react when a deadline is approaching. Well, for me, the first thing I do, of course, is to remember that I have a week and to split my learning up into different days. So I have 5 units to get through. I'm doing 1 unit a day, okay, and it's not anything new. I've done this before, of course. I've been studying this stuff, but this is my revision. So 1 unit a day, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Wednesday, I'll have done all of the units. That gives me Thursday to have a good old practice. And also, from day one, on entering that course, I've been saying to people, please, talk with me. I'm here. Anyone want to practice? Please send me a message. We'll get together on Skype and we can practice. Talk with me. No one really was too keen on this idea. I got a few people together, but we ended up just talking about life instead of talking about Gaelic. And so, of course, now we're at the exam, everyone's panicking because no one knows how to speak. So again, I told people, look, come and talk with me. Talk with me next week. I need to talk with somebody. Please talk with me. We know all the words, we know all the grammar. Can we use it? No, we can't, because no one really knows how to talk. Now, I'm in a better position than some because I have spoken Gaelic quite extensively in the past. But of course, now I need someone to talk with. And someone needs to be talking with me. So next week, I'll have a few people to talk with. And right now, of course, I'm making Gaelic YouTube clips to refresh all the stuff I know about Gaelic in preparation for my exam. So over on my Gaelic YouTube channel, it's going to be very busy this week because I have lots of revision to do for myself. And in talking to all of, well, people around the world, all of our Gaelic audience on YouTube, at least I get to talk in Gaelic. So my advice to you about English is you need to make it happen. It's not going to come knocking on your door. No one's going to appear and say, hello, can you talk in English with me? It doesn't work that way. You really need to force yourself out into somebody else's life to make them listen to you. That could be a teacher on italki, it could be a friend, it could even be me on WhatsApp if you want. Send me a message, I'll talk to anybody, I don't mind, if you've got an exam coming up. So, yes, very, very important this. So you need to get yourself organized. But apart from that, the other thing that I do, which you're going to think is really, really weird for language learning, is I switch off. In order to get my thoughts together, I meditate more. And when I'm meditating, I say to myself, okay, I'm going to be open. Because many of us approach language learning with this attitude of being closed. You come to a class, your arms folded, teach me, give me words. The thing is, you need to be open to receiving, open to the idea of being, open to the idea of passing the exam, open to the idea that a lesson's going to be good for you. You can have 100 lessons if you want, but they will do nothing for you unless you're in the right mood. So for me, I take about half an hour a day, quieten my mind, I sit there and I say, okay, the stuff that I learned today, I'm going to be open to receiving. My mind is open to receiving new information today. Whether that's about Gaelic, German, Dutch, whatever, my mind is open. And that programs me to be ready. Now, you know what it's like. If you're going to an exam, many thoughts come to your mind. What if the teacher hates me? I know that teacher doesn't like me. I'm not going to pass this. That teacher's already decided that I can't do it. All of these things come. But what you have to do is to quieten your mind. Today, I'm open. I'm open to what the teacher says. I'm open to the exam. I'm open to gathering new information. I'm not stressed. That is how you prepare yourself. That will do more good for you than trying to cram many, many words that you don't know. That programs you to be getting those words into your head. And that's a very different thing from getting up at 4, pouring coffee and reciting words badly. Right, Stormbart is here. Let's read the news story. Stormbart, the Met Office, that's our weather department, warns of multi-hazard events across much of the UK. Here we are. This is from The Guardian, dated today, Saturday, 23rd of November. Much of the UK is being warned to expect unsettled wintry weather over the weekend. As forecasters say, Stormbart will bring wind, rain, ice and snow in what they've called a multi-hazard event. The Met Office has issued several weather warnings, mostly yellow, but also including the more severe amber in Scotland for today and tomorrow. Amber is a colour. It's also a woman's name, but it's, the yellow traffic light? You have the red, yellow, and green. Yeah, that orangey yellow is called amber. We're looking at strong winds, some high snowfall accumulation, heavy rain, all in various different parts of the UK. So it's quite a complex weather setup for the weekend. Generally speaking, it's a very unsettled weekend of weather ahead, said Ollie Claydon, a spokesperson for the Met Office. He advised the public to keep an eye on the weather in their areas. Because of the different nature of the weather across the UK, people really need to have an idea of what the forecast is for them specifically. Do you know, I've never actually heard our weather department giving positive news. Oh, today will be a lovely day. Go out and have fun. I mean, they could have told us, oh, it's snowing. Go and have some fun in the snow. Make a snowman. But, oh no. Here, oh no, it will bring wind, rain, ice, and snow. Yeah, I'd love to hear some positive news. And there's a picture here of a family walking happily in the snow. Yeah, so I don't know how bad this is going to be, but I can tell you that so far, just a bit of snow on the ground. But English people particularly tend to panic in bad weather because clearly it's something they can't control, so they don't like it, So that snow that's coming at the moment, and they're forecasting how bad it's going to get. It says here, Stormbart will follow a cold snap. That just means a cold spell, a cold few days. That will cause schools to close throughout the UK. When I was a boy, yeah, snow came, snow went, and you were sent to school anyway. Now they arrange for schools to be closed days, sometimes weeks in advance, if they know there's going to be bad weather. Well, that's it from me. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you enjoy it, and let's talk soon. See you. Bye.